Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are going to go ahead and get things started this morning. I would love for you to go ahead and get your seats, silence your phones. A lot of networking going on. That's exactly what we love. We'd like to just take a moment, though. Earlier this month, we lost a dear friend, a gentleman that had a humongous impact in Corona. In fact, our sponsor, Zoe, which is Greek for life, Richmond, actually was the founder of that organization. And unfortunately, untimely, he did pass away. So I know there's other people that have had people pass on too. So what I'd like to do in honor of Rich, and any of you that have loved ones or friends that you want to have a moment of silence, if we could just kind of be real still and bring them to our minds, and let's do a moment of silence. Thank you so much. My name is Bobby Spiegel. I am the President and CEO for the Corona Chamber of Commerce. It is a pleasure to welcome each and every one of you here this morning. I am so excited to be able to introduce our MC. She is back by popular demand. She had a love fest with Barry Knight when he was our keynote speaker. I am just waiting to see what she's going to do with the sheriff. But Paul Bender is a tremendous business partner for us. 18 years ago, this next week, she opened up her business, but prior to that, she actually joined the Chamber of Commerce. In 2022, she was our board chair. In 2023, the California Chamber of Commerce recognized her as the small business advocate. And most recently, she's been going to represent her organization, which is Express Employment Professionals. And she takes a team of people back to Washington, D.C. to do the advocacy and to do the introductions to the various congressional offices. An amazing individual, and just this last Sunday, she was recognized by Congregation Beth Shalom as the business partner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the incredible Paul Bender Vedekar.
How are you all? Good? Doesn't Bobby Spiegel always make everybody feel so good? He's so good. Thank you so much for coming this morning, braving the fog. Did anybody hit that thick fog on the way in? It was kind of spooky. I came down to Halswell Road from Lake Matthews and it was really, really thick, so we kind of crawled. But thank you so much for getting up early. You look beautiful, all of you, even the bald white men. You look lovely. Thank you, Chief Brian. Where's the other chief? Is he here? I think I saw him. There he is at the back. Well, I want to apologize in advance if I flood things up. There I am. I'm a bit short. But thank you so much for coming this morning and welcome to our Chamber's monthly membership. I was just talking to Grant, our photographer, and he said that he's a member of 6 chambers and we're the only ones that have a dynamic, fabulous breakfast like this. And I will say that's down to Bobby Spiegel, the chamber board, and our wonderful staff. So I thank them all in advance. For those of you who are new, we look forward to having you join our business community and coming to this breakfast every month. We offer a variety of support for you, weekly calls, seminars, special training, and we partner with the city and other organizations to make sure that you're able to keep and sustain your business. And our chair, Anthony Puritano, will talk about that a little bit more. Let's get our meeting started. At the end of the program, we will be awarding a door prize donated by our sponsor, DFI. As you entered Eagle Glen, we asked you to place your business card into a glass jar. We're going to be selecting a winner after Sheriff Bianco shares his talk with us. And today you will also meet our newest member firms that joined our chamber in February. There's my probably third flub. And our speaking sponsors will share their business and services. We actually have 5 member firms that between them have done 150 years of successive membership. Isn't that fabulous? All right. To officially start our meeting, we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Chris Miller, our 2023 Citizen of the Year.
Good morning, everybody. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance as we take a few moments to honor this wonderful flag, the greatest flag here on earth. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Chris. He has so much energy. He's in our Circle City Rotary and he gets us all woo at 7:30 in the morning. Yeah. Okay. So today's agenda is structured and organized. As you know, I'll be announcing who's on deck. When I announce on deck, please make your way to the side stage to my right and exit the opposite side, this side. I want to acknowledge our many sponsors for today's event. Thank you. Without you, we couldn't put this breakfast on. The City of Norco, DFI, Di Girolamo Family Insurance, I hope I said that correctly, On-Site Computing, Ready, Fit, Go, Riverside Sheriff's Association, and Zoe. Thank you. Let's show our appreciation. You'll hear from several of them later. As you know, you're all special guests. Special. That's how we try to make our kids feel, right? But if this is your first Good Morning Corona event, I know Bobby asked people to raise their hands. Could you please stand if this is your first time attending? Yay! Welcome, and we hope to see you back next time. Okay, at your tables, you've got a display in the middle with a QR code that tells you about our upcoming events. Make sure you follow us on social media and tag us on your posts. And then do a selfie. I'm not very good at them, I have short arms. I heard somebody say alligator arms the other day in a meeting. I'd never heard that. I think that was Bobby, but I never heard that before. But I have alligator arms. So if you have long arms, you're able to take a selfie, please post. And now I want to announce our VIPs. Okay. When I announce your name, we're going to do one clap. Yeah. So one clap like this. I've been asked to demonstrate it because I'm quite slow. So I can't even put my hands together. So like this, and then we'll clap them at the end. Okay. So 2nd District County Supervisor Karen Spiegel. Thank you. Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. Where is he? Oh yeah, I didn't see the hat. Okay, great. Sheriff Dave Lelevia. Council Member Wes Speak. Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Norco, Greg Newton. Council Member for City of Norco, Catherine Aylman. Norco Council Member Robin Grunmeyer. Council Member Berwin Hanna. And Norco City Manager Laurie Sassoon. Wow, you guys are really good today. We also have City of Riverside Council Member Chuck Conda. Riverside County Board of Education Kim Joseph Cousins. Okay, we're losing it a little bit. Let's get back. Cronin Norco School Board Vice President Stacy Nicola. Okay, RCCD. That stands for Riverside Thank you. Oh, she couldn't make it, so never mind. Western Municipal Water District, Division 4, Laura Ruffton. Western Municipal Water District, Division 5, Spazia Risby. Eastern Municipal Water District President, Phil Pawley. Thank you. Okay. Library trustees for the Crona Library, City Library. Jamie Merchant, Vice Chair. Lovely. So we've got some past elected officials here. Sorry. Thank you, Bobby. Also my pleasure to announce for the City of San Jacinto, Valerie Van Dever, Mayor Pro Tem. Thank you. So we've got some past elected officials. Jeff Miller, former State Assembly member. This is for the City of Crona. Dick Haley, former Mayor. Jason Scott, former Mayor. Okay, thank you. We're nearly at the end. Riverside County Office of Economic Development, Deputy Director, Business and Community Services, Rob Moran. Lovely. From Cal Baptist University, the Dean of Jazz School of Business, Dr. Tim Gramling. And then, that spelled it out for me. Riverside Community College District, Norco College President, Dr. Monica Green. Aren't you guys good today? And that is it. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you. Okay. I also want to acknowledge the Crona Chamber Board. If you are a Crona Chamber Board member, would you please stand? Yes? Yay, wave your arms in the air. Thank you so much for your hard work. We appreciate it. Thank you. On deck is Dr. Piratano. It's my pleasure to introduce our first sponsor, Ready, Fit, Go. With a passion for promoting healthy living and convenience, Jessie has brought Ready, Fit, Go to the forefront of the local health food scene. Known for its chef-crafted, ready-to-eat meals, Ready, Fit, Go's Crona location is a beacon of nutritious and delicious options for the community. Through Jessie's dedication, Ready, Fit, Go is reshaping how Corona residents approach their dietary choices, making it easier than ever to prioritize health without sacrificing taste. Let's give a warm round of applause for Jessie Halberstad and Ready, Fit, Go Healthy.
Thank you for the warm welcome. We're grateful to be here and be able to support our city. Before I get rocking and rolling and get all pumped up on our brand, I'll let it play in the back, give you a visual, but to give a shout out to the people that run our business every day, our partners and operators here, right in front of the table. Right, Jarrett Bell, Matt Flores, his wife Kylie Bell, who's our secret weapon as a nutritionist at Ready, Fit, Go. So who are we? We do offer 110 chef prepared meals. We are a healthy meal company. Sometimes when people walk into our locations, they kind of get stuck at the beginning and like, what the heck is going on in here? Imagine a healthy version of 7-Eleven or the quality that you would get at Sprouts, Whole Food, or Trader Joe's, but at the cost effectiveness of shopping at like Winco, okay? You either look at us, I need to fix this. You either look at us as an alternative to spending money at the drive-thrus and fast foods, or families that we're catching on in the Eastville, Corona, and Norco areas are looking to decrease the budgets and the money that they're spending at the grocery store. I'm sure we all feel that when you're at the gas pump, when you check out your groceries, when wife is either bringing home groceries or you're doing maybe like a Instacart, Postmates, Uber Eats, and so forth. So you don't have to sacrifice your health any longer to get a healthy, affordable, and fresh meal. So we welcome the community to come into our storefronts. We do offer delivery services throughout the entire Inland Empire. Right now we're delivering, 50-mile radius, trying to expand our reach. We are looking at 45 locations over the next couple of years here. We're already at number 5. Our commissary is based out of Hermosa Beach. Everybody at your table, you have a free meal card. okay? The QR there gives you access to our Order Ahead app, okay? And as a Chamber of Commerce member, that's all you need to mention at checkout to where you get to claim that free meal. You get 20% off of your first purchase, and there also will be a perpetuity discount for you as a member of the Chamber. So we appreciate Bobby, we appreciate everyone that makes the city go, and supporting small businesses. This is serious to us to be here. The conversation maybe no one wants to talk about is not all small businesses make it. Yes? It's imperative for us to give to our communities and tie into whatever it is that we can do, from supporting our youth, supporting certain fitness and health missions that I've been made aware of from the sheriffs, from our Corona PD, from our fire department, who have also been so gracious to us. We offer that Heroes discount. We look forward to supporting the Academy guys coming up and keeping everyone at their peak performance through healthy meals at a cost-effective price. So grab fresh, go healthy, ready to go. We look forward to seeing you guys, and hopefully you take advantage of these little promos to get you introduced to what we do at the Metro at Main. We're right there at the intersection of the 91 and the 15 freeway. God bless you, and thank you for your time. All right.
Thank you, Jesse. Who doesn't love food? Oh, and he left some nice cards here. Grab one. Thank you. On deck are new members from February 2024. It's now my pleasure to introduce the person who is representing the board, our Chief Honcho, Patron, Dr. Piritano.
Oh, good.
Dr. Piritano grew up in Corona. He went to local schools. He graduated from Corona High School. Anybody else graduate from Corona? I can't even say it. Yay, there's a few of you. You're not drunk yet, you're very quiet. You do have a reputation. He attended UC Riverside and Cal Poly Pomona. Oh, my little boy just started at Cal Poly Pomona. He received his doctorate of chiropractic degree from Los Angeles College of Chiropractic in 1992. I only get asked to do this because I don't get drunk and I can say chiropractic without it. Do you want me to read all these fabulous things about you? That you were valedictorian, the youngest member of the Board of Regents. But what I love about Dr. Piritano is he doesn't just have all these academic presentations. He actually is really good at what he does, because I got hit by a car that ran a red light, on North Main and Harrison last year, and he got me better again. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Piritano.
Thank you, Paul Bender. She could read the phone book and make it sound good with that accent. By the way, good morning, everybody. It's great to see everybody here so early. I don't know how y'all do it. I'm not a coffee drinker. I drink some coffee, so I'm speaking really fast, that's why. So, I just want to make a statement real quick. Our logo for this year is saying is we have your back as a chamber. When a business has a problem, you should be able to come to the chamber and we should be able to help you with that problem. But I tell you what, our speaker today, the sheriff, no one epitomizes that statement that we got your back as much as the sheriff. And from a personal note, I want to thank him for everything he did during COVID and everything he stood for. We will never forget that. Goosebumps, willies. It might be the coffee, but it could be. So nonetheless, a few things I want to chat about. On one of our committees, we have the LEC, which is our Legislative Action Committee Luncheon, April 10th, with Aaron Haight. Aaron is the new director of RCTC, and they're going to discuss the McKinley Bridge. And a lot of you that try and go through that area, yeah, it's an issue. But Aaron, I've known Aaron for years. I'm not sure if he's here. He's a good man, and he's there ready to answer what you have, and he's trying to do what they can to help business in that area. So please show up. Again, April 10th, it's free lunch at Graziano's. Do not hesitate, get there. And it's going to be sponsored by Waste Management. Give them a hand. Waste Management's always there sponsoring events for the chamber. So thank you. Please RSVP before April 2nd to ensure we have a seat for you. And so another thing the Legislative Action Committee does is we have the BERT. The BERT is the Business Emergency Response Team. And we activate that when an industry or business has an issue that they come to the chamber looking for solutions to help them solve. Recently, a few weeks ago, the real estate industry came to us asking us to help them with a proposed ordinance the city was voting on last night to create a sign ban, which is really the real estate agents, industry as a whole in the local area was against. That is part of how they do business. I just want to thank Wes Speak and Jackie Casillas for supporting business and voting against that ban. So give them a hand. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And unfortunately, the ban did pass, but that's on for another day. So now also Sacramento Summit. There it is right there. Every year a team of volunteers, people like you, travel with the Corona Chamber to represent all of you, the business community in Sacramento. It's a great trip, everybody. We're going to be heading out this year. If you look at the QR code that's on your table, you can scan and find out more about it. We begin our Sacramento Legislative Summit on Tuesday evening, May 7th. We'll be meeting with various elected people and decision makers. Wednesday morning, May 8th, is one-on-one with our electeds. Then we'll join the Cal Chambers Legislative Capital Roundtable. And Thursday morning on the 9th, we're going to attend the Sacramento Host Breakfast to your prominent speakers. If you're interested, please speak to Bobby. And like I've been saying since day one, everybody get involved. Get involved and show up. That's how we can make a change. Again, the Corona Chamber represents 55,000 voters, okay, with our businesses and our employees. So let's get those people moving. Another successful committee that we have is called TECO. It's Innovation and Technology, which is co-chaired by Frank Barbosa of On-Site Computing. So what they do is they hold an event on Tuesdays called TECO Tuesday. At first I thought it was just a bunch of geeks sitting around talking code and whatnot. I didn't really have a good understanding until I met with Frank. And what this group does on this Tuesday of the month, if you are having technological issues with a business, with your business, or you need a solution, you show up. Ask the question. They will give you an answer. It costs you nothing. This is another way that the chamber has your back, creating resources for you that would otherwise cost you money. So are you therefore getting a return on your investment? Yes. You get one answer, one TECO Tuesday, you paid for your membership for the year. So earlier today, they were taking questions up at their table up there, and the question submitted was, what can I do to reduce my company's risk of a cybersecurity breach? And he'll be discussing that today. All right, lastly, we have a great way to keep you connected if you need to connect with the chamber. When you text the word Corona to 951, should be up there, good, chamber, or the number you see, 951-242-6237, you'll be updated with important messages that the chamber has to throw out at you. And lastly, mark your calendars. We're bringing back the Taste of Corona that the Corona Fire Department used to do so well over the years and hasn't happened for quite some time. So Saturday, June 22nd, we're going to bring back the Taste of Corona. There'll be a bunch of eateries there. There'll be different types of breweries, etc. It's going to be pretty cool. Some exhibitors. So you come, you get to taste lots of food. This will be held at Dos Lagos, and we're seeking volunteers to help on that committee. So if you are interested, please speak to Desiree and help on that committee. Again, everybody, get involved. You don't have to be on the board to get involved. So feel free, call Bobby, call Desiree, see where you can serve on a committee, and let's do this. Let's make this thing better in the business community here in Corona. So I appreciate you all. Have a good morning, and I'll get out of the way of lovely Paul Bender here.
Thank you, Dr. Peritano, for everything you do to represent us. Okie dokie. It's now my pleasure to introduce, if I can find it, yeah, here we go, Robert Yanis, who's our Membership Development Coordinator. Robert does an amazing job bringing in new companies, helping companies stay involved. If you know of a company that's not yet a chamber member, and there's a few of them in town, he has a way of connecting and embracing those various businesses to ensure that they see value in our chamber. And as Dr. Peritano said, we are stronger together. We need to look out for each other. This is the toughest state in the country to do business. There's some others catching up, but they are far, far behind. So if we can keep a business open here, we create jobs, we support our communities. So today, Robert will announce and introduce our new members that joined in February 2024. Come on, Robert.
Thank you so much, Paul Bender. Please join me in welcoming our new members that made a decision to join the Chamber in the month of February. Not all of them could join us this morning, but we want to acknowledge them all. Each member will be given a 30-second intro to their business and about themselves. If they start to go over their 30 seconds, TJ will play this sound.
Listen to me. The world is a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything on earth.
So if you hear that, you know your 30 seconds is up. After speaking, please move to the left of the stage to take a picture with our board chair, Dr. Anthony Peritano. Let's begin in alpha order. First up, we have Asahi Republic Corona. Let's give them a round of applause.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm Bianco with Asahi Republic. I'll try not to go over. My daughters are here. I'll go over on purpose so they can hear that song. They love it. Anyways, we're an authentic Brazilian juice bar. We import our acai directly from Brazil. That's what makes us unique. It's not the stuff that you can buy at Sprouts or Costco. You can't get this acai anywhere else. We have 2 locations here in Corona since 2018. One's right down the street here, so if any of you do intermittent fast like I do, get your breakfast down the street here. But we love being a part of this community. We moved here with my wife back in 2016. We love helping the local schools, teams, with fundraisers, anything like that. If you need anything, please reach out to me. Please come up to me afterwards. Thank you, everyone.
Next up, Keystone Bolt and Supply Company.
Good morning. My name is Jason Marshall. I'm with Keystone Bolt and Supply. We are a distributor, a wholesale distributor of commercial grade fasteners, nuts, bolts, screws, things of that nature, anchors. We have just about anything you could possibly need. And we are here in Corona. We're Maine and Rincon. We've been in business since 1946. It is a family business. I'm in 4th generation to run this business. So, thank you.
Next, we have Loyal Order of Reenactment Enthusiasts. Let's give them a round of applause.
Hi there, my name is David Pulsifer. I'm with the Loyal Order of Reenactment Enthusiasts. We're best known for hosting the Kronenberg Renaissance Festival. Kronenberg is a Renaissance-y way of saying City of Corona, because that's where we were originally located. We've been at our location for the last 27 years. We're looking forward to our next season coming up in May and June. The program that I'm most proud of is our children's reading program, Knights of the Fabled Reader, where children complete reading 5 books, and when they finish the program, they get a free ticket to the Renaissance Fair, and they come on stage and get knighted as a Knight of the Fabled Reader. So we hope you'll join us this May and June for Kronenberg's 27th season.
Next, we have Nally B Beauty Studio. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hi guys, I'm Manal. I'm the owner and provider of Nally B Beauty Studio. I'm located here in Corona. We offer facials, brows, lashes, all kinds of services. So if you need anything, you can come and grab a card from me at my table. Thank you.
Next, we have Par 3 Bar and Grill. Give them a round of applause.
I'd like to first say thank you for Robert for giving me this opportunity. I'm opening up Par 3 Sports Bar and Grill. We're located off Hidden Valley and the Hidden Valley Parkway. I'm trying to create pretty much hole 19 for all the new golfers. And also a safe and good, healthy environment for family, friends, and other people in the community to go eat and have a good time and watch sporting events. Thank you.
Next, we have Scott J. Fodes, LPL Financial.
Good morning, all. Scott Fodes, Financial Advisor with LPL Financial. I take the confusing world of financial planning and boil it down into as simple terms as possible for my clients so that they can achieve their financial goals. If I haven't met you yet, feel free to come on up after I step down from here and introduce yourself. I'd love to network with as many of you as possible. Scott Pote's financial advisor, LPL Financial.
Thank you so much. And last, we have Walsh Construction. Thank you again, and welcome to the Corona Chamber family.
Thank you, Robert. So lovely to see new members, right? I joined, as Bobby was saying earlier, just over 18 years ago, and it was the best thing I did to help my business stay open. On deck is David Brambilla with the Corona Chamber Foundation. Before I do my next spot, I just want to give a special shout out to two attendees this morning. We don't see them very often now, but Mark and Cheryl Peabody, owners of Peabody Engineering. Thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate the fact that you create jobs in Corona and have kept your business here as well as expanded into South Carolina?
Yes.
Yeah, I got that one right. Thank you. All right, it's my pleasure now to introduce our sponsor, Zoe. Zoe, formerly known as Corona Life Services, has been in town many years. They have a dedicated passion for helping and aiding expectant young parents, offering them options and educational services. Through their dedication and empathy, they've been able to change the lives of many young people and babies. Let's extend a warm welcome to their Executive Director, Jordan McKenzie.
Good morning, Corona. How are we doing?
Great.
Awesome. Well, like she said, my name is Jordan McKenzie. I'm the Executive Director of Zoe. I get this all the time. My name is Jordan, not Zoe. But we are a fully licensed medical clinic. We serve women and families facing unplanned pregnancies with free medical services, resources, and support that they need to choose life. Our vision is that we would create a culture that promotes and defends life. We believe that every person, whether born or unborn, deserves the right to be empowered with education and resources to make the best decision for themselves, not what we think is the best decision, but what they think is the best decision. So how we do that is all of our services. So we offer free pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, a parenting program for the child and the mom from in the womb all the way up to 2 years old. We also have a men's program. So we have adult advocates who walk the man through what is going on, because that is a scary process for him as well. And then we have a post-abortion and miscarriage support program as well, because they deserve options as well, and they deserve the resources too. Our newest thing that we have, well, sort of new, we're going in our 4th year, is that we teach sexual risk avoidance education to junior hires and high schoolers in our community. We have worked with organizations such as YMCA, we've worked with Olive Crest, and we've also been in the schools of Corona Norco Unified School District, teaching over 600 youth how to have healthy relationships. And I don't know about you, but when I was in high school, no one told me how to have healthy relationships, how to deal with conflict, what are some red flags to look for, what are some steps that I can take rather than going 0 to 100 really quick. So it's really awesome because we're seeing life change in our youth and also in the women and families that walk through our doors. So a lot of you may know us as Corona Life Services, and we get the question all the time, why are you changing your name? Why do you guys look different? Well, it's very simple. As times change, so do we. And me personally and our board of directors, we're not going to change our vision or our mission or our values that we stand for. So that looks like a name change of Zoe. And so everything that we do is all the same, but we do need to do something to look a little bit different to actually capture women and be able to support them in their time of need. So where we're going, we want to be the first thought for women's healthcare. We want to open up another night so that our working moms can come in for an appointment. And we just want to continue doing the services that we do every single day. Our biggest event that we have is coming up on April 20th, and we would love for every single person in this room to come if you are able. A ticket is $150 and a table is $1,500. So if I said anything that you're like, hey, I want to be a part of that, or I want to know a little bit more about that, we'd love to have you out on April 20th. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jordan. It's my pleasure to introduce David Brambilla, Corona Chamber Foundation, Chamber Board Member and veteran.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As Paul Bender mentioned, my name is David Brambilla. Why am I up here? As a Chamber Foundation board member, we are the 501c3 extension of the Chamber. We are a separate organization and we support our veterans. Memorial Day is coming up. Memorial Day is a very special day to me, and I'll tell you why. It's a somber day. It's a somber day to veterans because it's a day that we have to memorialize and remember our fallen brothers and sisters. So today is also a day to educate and ensure that our businesses and our community knows that when you go up to a veteran, when you send an email blast, please do not say Happy Veterans Day. Where it's a somber day, it's a tough day for us, so let's not do that. I'm also here because I am the Vice Commander of the American Legion, the #2 guy overseeing all of Southern California, and I happen to live in Corona. So let's talk about Memorial Day. Why are we having Memorial Day? Like again, we're honoring our fallen brothers and sisters. On Saturday, May 25th, we're gonna have a Memorial Mile March. It's gonna be a march from the Chamber of Commerce through Grand, and we're gonna stop at the Civic Center. Each walker is gonna have a flag with a placard on it. That placard is gonna have a name of a fallen brother or sister since World War I. And we're gonna put them on the Civic Center lawn in the shape of USA. We have a booth in the back that will give you more information of what we're doing and what our mission is. So please come and visit us. Myself and our lovely Jamie Merchant will be there giving you more information. If you're a member of the Chamber Foundation Board, please stand to be recognized. And this year's Grand Marshal is going to be our Honorable Don Kendrick. Don, can you please stand? So we're looking for people to support, financial support. We're also looking for people to participate and honor our fallen brothers and sisters. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. It's a great opportunity. I know people go away camping, barbecuing, doing all that active stuff, but it's a great opportunity to bring your team members out, your workers, your employees, wear your work t-shirts and walk together to really remember the fallen. I can't encourage that enough. We'll be having a team there, Express Employment, and I encourage all of you to do that, and please sign up at our booth. Thank you. On deck will be milestone members, and now it's my pleasure to introduce our sponsor, On-Site Computing. On-Site is a veteran-owned business founded by Frank and Christine Barbarossa and is dedicated to assisting small businesses with their IT needs. Their primary goal is to ensure businesses run smoothly and without complications. Hallelujah. Frank, along with his team, actively supports this mission. Frank is also a volunteer vice chair for the Chamber's Innovation and Technology Committee, and he's been part of reviving Techo Tuesday events. Let's extend a warm welcome to Jean-Paul from On-Site Computing.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Paul of On-Site Computing. I'm the Operations Manager of On-Site Computing. On-Site Computing has been in business for 23 years. As Paul Bender put out, Frank and Kristen founded the company 23 years ago, offering IT needs to small businesses and helping resolve a lot of those needs. couple things with on-site computing. We offer a wide array of services. We have worked with a number of different clients in the community, from Corona YMCA to Zoe to a number of different manufacturing companies in the Corona and Norco community. We provide a wide range of IT services, including service desk, IT security, cloud solutions, network management, website management, the list goes on. If there's an IT need for it, we'll probably take care of it. Like I said, we have taken care of a number of different organizations in the community throughout Southern California. We also have a number of different certifications in our industry. Our team of professionals are licensed and trained in various aspects of IT. So when you call us or when you are retaining our services, you're getting somebody that knows what they're doing. You're getting somebody that has the experience and has the training and has the knowledge to support your business. We also have a number of different partnerships in the IT community, including Microsoft, Amazon AWS, Ingram Micro, Dell, HP, and the list goes on. These are a number of different ways that we can support your services, whether it be with network security, voice over IP systems, which uses your phone system, or to help improve business efficiency overall. A couple of testimonials. We do work with U.S. Continental Logistics and Marketing in Corona, and then we also have the City of Grand Terrace as a client of ours, and we help with all their managed IT services. As has been pointed out a couple times up to this point, we are a co-sponsor. We are one of the main ports of the revival for Techo Tuesday. If you have interest, we are hosting it in conjunction with Insperity this next Tuesday at their office. At the front desk, at the booth over there for us, there is a flyer on the table with a QR code. You can scan that QR code and you'll be able to register for that event. It is free for Corona Chamber members, and it's a $20 admission if you are not a Chamber member. We also do have a special running for anybody that was part of this Good Morning Corona, a $99 IT needs assessment. It's normally valued around $900. If you are interested in contacting us, the QR code up there will link you directly to our contact form. You can reach out to us directly. And if you have any questions, please feel free to see us on your way out. Thank you.
We're just going to skip my introduction. My name is Desiree Ramirez, and I'm the Vice President of Operations here at the Corona Chamber. And it is my pleasure to introduce our Chamber milestone members this morning. These members continuously commit year after year in supporting a strong local economy, and they all believe in our Chamber and our mission, which is to advocate for all businesses, small and large. Not all were able to attend today, but we're still going to acknowledge them. You all will be given 1 minute to introduce yourselves and your business, and if you go over, TJ's people will play this song.
Ariel, listen to me. The human world, it's a mess.
After speaking, please move to my left for a photo with our board chair, Dr. Anthony Piratano. Where are you, Dr. P? And then you can return to your table. So, and a special thank you to the elected officials listed on the screen in front of you that provided certificates of appreciation for our milestone members. So let's get started. We only have a few in attendance today. So our 5-year milestones, Gypsy Beauty Collective and Lennar Homes, not able to attend. Celebrating a 15-year milestone, Joseph Holt Plastering Inc., not able to attend. Thank you so much. Oh, Joseph Holt, we got a surprise.
All right.
Kidding.
Hi, my name is Scott McKernan. I'm the owner of Joseph Holt Plastering. If you want to know why I named it Joseph Holt Plastering instead of Scott McKernan Plastering, you'll have to go to my website. There's a really cool story there about it. Anyway, we've been in Corona our entire inception and joined which was 2005, and we joined the Chamber shortly after that, and we started to have a serious problem of theft of cement on job sites. And I contacted Bobby about it, and he put me in touch with higher ups in the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, and we put a sting operation together with a GPS in one of the bags of cement. We caught the perpetrators. It was very cool. It was, when we opened up that bag, because the cops wanted to see the GPS in the bag, when we opened that bag up and got the GPS out, you thought we won the Super Bowl. I mean, it was really, really cool, and I told Bobby I'd be a member for life because of it, because it was such a cool thing to have happen. And thank you, everybody that's here.
Lost my place now. All right, thank you so much. Now celebrating a 40-year milestone, unable to attend unless I'm missing you in the audience, Janda Company. All right, and finally, we do have 2 attendees celebrating a 45-year milestone. Please put your hands together for Best, and Krieger.
Hi, my name is Jason Baltimore. I'm a new partner with BBK, one of 250 attorneys in a law firm that's been in existence for 130 years with 12 offices nationwide. Lawyers are people too. I'm very depressed. I'm from Detroit. I follow the Michigan Wolverines. I went to Cornell University and I went to UCLA Law School, and none of those guys are playing in the March Madness tournament today. So I'm very depressed and very happy to get this award here. Thank you. As a new face of BBK for the Corona community, I look forward to rekindling relationships that have been going on for this past 45 years and meeting new ones because I am new to this world. If you find yourself in need of legal services, just remember your good old buddy Jason Baltimore and your good old buddy for 45 years, BBK, is here to serve you. Thank you.
And also a veteran, also as well, Jason. Thank you so much. And last but not least, celebrating a 45-year milestone with the Corona Chamber. Come on up, Martin Associates Brokerage.
With Martin Associates Brokerage. It's a family-owned and operated commercial real estate and property management company. The company was started in Corona 45 years ago by my mom and dad. I'm the 2nd generation and maybe the 3rd generation here pretty soon. We specialize in commercial real estate, leasing, sales, development, also management. That's one of our bigger sides of it. We have our own maintenance company. We do have a big change coming. We have to change our name. The Department of Real Estate does not like our name after 45 years. So we have to change our name. So pretty soon, in the next month or 2, you'll see it MAB Realty. Martin Associates Brokerage, MAB Realty. So that will be happening. We're keeping our red, white, and blue colors, but we want to thank Bobby and the Chamber for all that you've done. And if you need any service with commercial real estate or anything with that, just advice, feel free to give us a call. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations again to all of our milestone members.
Thank you, Desiree. Great, so we come to the main part of the program that you're all here for. In the last few weeks, my family has had 2 close encounters with sheriffs. So I'm just gonna tell you 2 close encounters. And one of them was that my daughter called me, she's 26, crying, sobbing hysterically a few weeks ago, and I could barely make out. Luckily I answered the phone for a change to her. Barely, because normally she's complaining about her dad or her brother, his stuff. And so she then was like, I got pulled over. I went, why? What were you doing? Did something happen? Were you in an accident? She said, no. They got me for speeding. And I said, well, were you speeding? Yes, but. So she was in Harupa Valley, which is why the sheriffs pulled her over, and she was doing, I understand, she said, I was only doing 60 in a 40, honestly. She's never been pulled over. This is obviously my sheltered girl. But and I said, well, did they say anything to you? I was about to speed dial Bobby Spiegel to get Chad Bianco's number because I couldn't call Chief Newman, it was outside the city limits. And she said, no, he was really nice. And I said, but he said to me, why are you crying? And I told him I had a really long day. So she's interning as a school psychologist. And it's very rough stuff, right? Harupa Valley schools, but not only that, 9, 10-year-olds who are suicidal. I get it, it's stressful. But she said, I told him I was an unpaid intern and he still gave me a ticket. So, but I did want to give him a shout out. Sheriff, I think it's Vicente de la Torre. She even told me his number, and she told me she looked him up online, as they do, and he earns a lot of money on overtime, she said, and he brings in a lot of tickets. And I was like, oh my God. So, but I do want to thank Sheriff de la Torre for being kind to my daughter, because I didn't even think she could get home in one piece. She was so hysterical. But anyway, this is the girl that wants to emancipate herself from us all the time and ends up living at home. But the second thing was that my husband and I went to Greater Lake Matthews, a residence group, and stupidly, it was a packed room, the sheriff was speaking, the local sheriff, and I raised my hand and I said, every morning there's this really strong smell of weed. I've learned to say weed. And I had to go at my son, 20-year-old son, a couple of times because I was like, are you smoking marijuana? Because I can smell this smell all the time. And he said, no. I don't know whether to believe him or not, but I raised my hand at this thing in front of everybody, and I mentioned it to the sheriff, and as we left, and then my husband tells me afterwards, a couple of guys were giving you funny looks in that room. So then as we left, the sheriff approached us and he said that there's an illegal grow house not far from us and they were already dismantling it. I was like, wow, that's fabulous. I will tell you, I did watch my back a bit. I was trying to close that gate as quickly as possible when I came home. But anyway, those are my close encounters. So it's my pleasure to introduce Chad Bianco today. He's a great long-time chamber friend and friend to our business community. He was elected as sheriff, coroner, and public administrator of Riverside County in 2018, and he was re-elected to his second term in June 2022. Wow, brace yourself. So, Sheriff Bianco oversees the county's 5 jail facilities, 6 court buildings, a civil bureau, the coroner's bureau, public administrator's office, 12 patrol stations, 17 contract cities, 4,200 dedicated employees, and an operating budget of just over $1 billion. So it must be the 1B that gets, I understand there's a fangirl following of Sheriff Bianco. I talked to a girlfriend in Norco last night. She got all excited and wanted to book to come. So I think it's the hat he wears, but anyway, it's all that overtime that his sheriffs do. Riverside County is safer under his leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, please get on your feet and welcome our sheriff, Chad Bianco.
Thank you all for coming to this. As you know, I talk all the time about, well, I'm here a lot, and it's not just because you can never say no to Bobby. It's that I enjoy coming and speaking with all of the business leaders that are here because, as you all know, it is small businesses that make our state work. And as all of the apparent overtime that we work that causes our business, our budget to be over $1 billion. We are the largest spender of taxpayer money, and it would not be possible if we did not have the small businesses in Riverside County that keep us solvent. So thank you all for doing everything that you're doing. It is my pleasure to always come here and speak with you. Someone said earlier this morning that this is the only chamber that has breakfast. This is by far, and I'm not just saying this because I'm here, or because it's Bobby, or whoever, or Paul Bender. The Corona Chamber is by far the best chamber in Riverside County. It's the largest for sure, that at least has the participation, and the city benefits from it. You have your police chief in the back who is here, Chief Newman, fantastic partner for me and the Sheriff's Department. We actually have a kind of a little tie now. We just came up on 1 year of having a business in the city of Riverside. We put a station down in El Cerrito / Corona, and it's we were able to do it because there's like a 5-foot section that's actually in the county, and the rest of it's in the city. So our supervisor let us keep it in that area. We were kind of cheating because Supervisor Spiegel was a very big proponent of allowing us to put this station in. It's been 30 years in need and in the making, but she was very instrumental in making it happen. And it was almost cheating because she was the supervisor at the time of our area, but you all know her dedication and love for Corona, so I think it was cheating on her part, or us, for getting her involved and making her the spokesperson for us getting it. But we just hit a year at that station, or we're just over a year. And the beauty of what happened for all of the residents around us, and I know if you're in the city of Corona, the benefit is that we have deputies that are here to help your police officers when they need it, and they are readily available to help. But we base all of our service on response times, really, and how are we better to serve our residents in how fast we can serve them. So we have priority calls for service from 1, 2, 3, and 4. After the station came in, we were able to reduce our response times for 3 and 4s, which are the least serious, by 40%. And our priority 1s and 2s, we reduced our response times by 70%. And so for me talking, you all know that I'm not a fan of our state government. I am a huge fan of our local governments, whether it's our city councils or our county government. We are one of the few places in the entire country that did not go through a defund the police fiasco. Absolutely. There is a direct correlation between safety and security of our families, our homes, our kids, and our businesses, and the effectiveness and the success of communities. And we are experiencing that more than any place in the state. We, unfortunately, all of us are in the entire country, and I have to go here. Denise said, please don't talk about politics. I'm like, okay, and I have nothing to talk about. Law enforcement is easy. I can talk about that all day, but the part that makes law enforcement hard is the politics. And it is unfortunately for us, it's our state politics. And it's our politicians in Sacramento that are making decisions based on social experiment agendas that have radically failed over the last 15, 20 years. And they are extremely hesitant or just refuse to make any change to admit, hey, maybe we were wrong in this, and we should make some changes and make some adjustments to what we have done that have caused this. All of you have heard me say the disaster of Prop 47. Prop 47 was passed in 2014. That really was the complete downslide of California in terms of theft, in terms of homelessness, and in terms of drug-induced homeless and drug usage and drug overdoses. And you can go back to that time and you can see that the graph, they go straight up together from the day it happened. And the beauty of elections, I guess, and where our governments and where our country is the greatest in the world is that we elect our government. One quote that I love talking about, or I love saying, was from Thomas Jefferson, and it says, the government that you elect is the government that you deserve. And when you really think about that, it's like, well, right now we deserve what we're getting. Because over the past 20 years, 30 years, all of us have become very apathetic when it comes to our politics and when it comes to our elections. And we vote based on who has the prettiest name, who has the most mailers that they send us. Sometimes we vote against them if they send too many mailers. And what it is I know that 99.99% of the general population are good people. That other tiny small percent are criminals and activists that are supporting something that really doesn't really go toward the general population and what is best for the greater good. And when you talk about the 99% of the population, we have over our lifetimes, we have put our blinders on. We have worried about our businesses. We've worried about our kids. We worry about our spouse. We worry about our family. We worry about what's going on in our household. And the peripherals don't concern us. They don't affect us. And when it comes to elections, we say, it doesn't matter. You know, who I vote for doesn't matter. My vote doesn't count. And what happens with that is that is something that has been almost bred and ingrained in us, in that your vote doesn't count. Where we are right now is because the people that are doing this to us, they know their vote counted. The only vote that doesn't count is one that is not made. And one that is made that probably is not genuine to your beliefs. And it's just because someone else told you, you didn't know really what you were doing, or you were too lazy or too busy to care about who you were voting for. So it's like taking a test in middle school with the bubbles. You just make pretty patterns down the ballot, and you really have no idea who you're voting for. And that has brought us to where we are today. The good thing is we have the ability to take that back. And where we are now in California is everyone, including, this is the beautiful part, including the media, has decided and figured out that Prop 47, Prop 57, Prop 64, those propositions that were passed years ago have been detrimental for California. And we're talking about it now, and we're upset about it now. The politicians have not yet decided they're going to care, and they don't want to change things. So with the media talking about it, and with us, law enforcement, being extremely vocal, I'm proud to say I'm one of the most vocal law enforcement people in the state against Sacramento. When I say that, I want to make this perfectly clear, because I get labeled sometimes as, just because it's anti-government, I'm a right-wing extremist that's anti-government. I want to make this perfectly clear. I am a 100% fan of government. We absolutely need government, and not only am I the government, I am a huge fan of government. The problem for the people that may not like me is I'm not a fan of government that goes against the government that brought us to the greatest country in the world. And if we are now turning against our citizens, if we are turning against our businesses in favor of special interests and in favor of our own personal political ideologies, then we are losing what this country was formed on: the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, our Constitution. I am a huge supporter of that government. I'm not a supporter of a government that takes away our right to have businesses, that penalizes you for wanting to start a business, that does everything that they possibly can to keep your business from succeeding. I am against that, because that is not what this government was formed for, and I have sworn an oath to protect our Constitution against all enemies, and I will do that forever. I believe that's what I was placed here for. So the beauty of where we are now is we can take that back. We have the ability every 2 years to elect new representatives in Sacramento, and every 4 years to elect new leadership in Sacramento in the form of our major, the governor, lieutenant governor, those secretary of state, those types of elections. And we are coming upon that point. If you're paying attention, those people that are on their 2-year cycles that are up for election this November have all of a sudden decided that public safety is important to them. And all of a sudden, they are going to tackle the homeless problem. And all of a sudden, we're going to deal with the rampant theft that is destroying our businesses and the drug addiction. All of a sudden, the problems that they've created over the last 10 years, they have a solution for. The problem is it is very hollow. The bills that they have introduced in Sacramento, and I know you have a fantastic legislative person here that works for the chamber that keeps you all apprised. The bills that they are introducing are hollow. There is one in particular that the governor is touting, the attorney general is touting, and the leadership in Sacramento, the progressive. This is where Denise gets mad at me because she says, don't say Democrats and Republicans. The progressive, there is a huge difference between Democrats and progressive. The progressive leadership in California is really behind a set of bills that they say is going to make the difference. And this is why I tell you that it's hollow. The biggest thing that they're promoting is a theft bill where they are going to, you all know that the value of theft for a felony was raised to $1,000, nearly $1,000 from $400. Well, they're saying they're going to bring it back to $400. And they're really pushing this. We're going to bring it back to $400. The problem with that bill is within the bill, it says that the person when the bill is active, from that point forward, that criminal has to be arrested and convicted 3 times before it's a felony. That means a minimum of 4 of your businesses are going to be victimized before that person is held accountable, even taking into account their past criminal convictions. So that's why I'm telling you it doesn't matter, it doesn't help. We, though, however, as a people can take it away from them. And this year, we are going to have it on the ballot, and I am very honored and proud to be the chairman of the Law Enforcement Coalition for Californians for, oh my God, I can't even believe Californians for Safe Communities. I can't believe I forgot to say that, and I'm a damn chairman. Californians for Safe Communities, and what we're going to do, I hope you've seen it. There's a possibility that you haven't. We're going to push a lot harder in Riverside County in the near future. We've been doing it a lot in LA, in Sacramento, San Francisco, those types of places, getting signatures for a proposition to be on the ballot this year in November. We have the number of signatures right now. However, we need more because we know that the Secretary of State, the governor, and everyone involved are completely against this. So they're going to do everything they can to deny a lot of those signatures on the petitions. So we want to overdo it. This bill is going to, the hopeful name of this is going to be the Homeless, Theft, and Drug Addiction Reduction Act. And it doesn't repeal Prop 47, but it takes away all of the disastrous parts of Prop 47 that we feel, that law enforcement feels, are destroying our businesses and destroying our communities. The legislature refuses to do it, so we are going to have to do it by vote and by putting this initiative on the ballot. The minor problem that we have is I want you all to please go to Californians for Safe Communities and just register your email address so we can keep updating you. And I want you to share that information with other people, because the problem that happens, and this happened in 2022, there was an initiative on the ballot to repeal Prop 47. It was Proposition 20, and it failed by 65%. The problem and the reason why it failed is because the state of California, the Secretary of State, gets to name the proposition. And the naming and the wording made everyone believe, including my wife Denise, I love her to death, but thank God I was standing there when she was filling out her ballot and saying no on that after she read the description. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, you vote yes for that. And she's like, why would I vote yes for this? And that was solely because of the wording that the Secretary of State did and the name of the proposition. So we know they're going to do the same for this one. We have come up with our name. We hope it sticks, and I am going to be extremely vocal, making sure that everyone knows what it is and that we get it passed so we can hopefully bring some sanity back to our public safety system in how we are able to keep you safe. As far as keeping you safe, I don't know if anybody noticed, but our CCW crew was here talking about hopefully giving you information or direction if any of you are interested in concealed weapons permits. I saw one hand get raised, good. A couple of hands, very good. I will tell you, there are a lot of people against guns, that are afraid of guns, that don't understand guns, but I will tell you that it is a 100% fact, and no one can ever deny that an armed society is a polite society. And we are in a position where we are trying to, our government, who wants to take away our rights of self-protection and our rights for guns, we've made good emotional arguments, or they have made good emotional arguments that take us away from the reality that guns are dangerous only in the wrong hands. I will tell you, there is no such thing as gun violence. There is no such thing as gun violence. That is made up. That is absolutely made up. There are violent people that happen to use guns sometimes, but there are 450 million guns in the United States. If guns were violent, we would all be dead. That's a fact. Guns are not violent. We have criminals and violent people that we fail to acknowledge and that we fail to hold responsible. We don't want to admit that there are evil people among us, because some of those evil people might be our family or might be our friends, and we want to make them the victims. We want to make them the victims of society. They were abused when they were young. They didn't have friends. They were bullied in school. All of us didn't have friends. All of us were bullied in school, and that didn't make us evil people. And so I am a very big proponent of self-protection in Riverside County. That was one of my talking points, and one of my election platforms was, if you want to protect yourself and your business, your community, or your homes, or whatever it is, I'm a huge supporter, and you should be able to with a concealed weapons permit after applying through us. And when I took over, we had 3,000 permits. In the history of Riverside County, the Riverside County Sheriff's Department had issued 3,200 permits, roughly. Since 2019, we've issued 45,000. And I can tell you, regardless of what any politician tells you, there is not in the state of California. I am personal friends and meet every 2 months with every sheriff in the state, and some police chiefs, the bigger police chiefs that actually issue CCWs. There is not one instance of a CCW holder that has used their gun in a crime. They tout crimes being committed. Now I've revoked probably about 200 of those 45,000 permits because the people were involved in something else. They got a DUI. They were involved in a domestic violence situation. They were involved in a neighbor altercation where, whatever, it ended up in the DA's office. And we will revoke a license for that. But we have never, in the state of California, there's not one. No one can remember it. No one can think of it. No one has record of it, of a CCW holder, a law-abiding person who has asked for permission to carry a gun for self-defense. They don't commit crimes. Law-abiding and criminal are not the same thing. If a criminal wants to kill someone, do you think if they've lost the emotional attachment, they've lost the human element of respect for life, do you think they care if anyone tells them it's illegal to have a gun? There is not one person that we have denied a CCW that was upset with us because, man, I was planning on robbing that liquor store on Friday. And how am I going to do that without my CCW permit? It doesn't happen. So I am a huge supporter of that. They were requested to be here, which I'm happy. They are here to answer any of your questions, get you started on the application if wanted or needed. And what else can I say? So the biggest thing in law enforcement, your law enforcement in Riverside County is hands down. I will tell you this, California, by far, California is the best law enforcement, the best trained, the best educated, the best regulated law enforcement in the entire country. And I will tell you that Riverside County as a whole, including all of our police departments and your sheriff's department, are by far the best in the state. We live on an island here. Our people are different, our businesses are different, our governments are different, and our law enforcement is different. We are better than everyone else in California. I wish we could model. I wish they would model everything after us. It gives me unbelievable joy when I am contacted by people that have moved their families and especially their businesses from other places in California to Riverside County because they don't want to leave California. Yes. We all know that the good people, the businesses, the people that are working, the people that make everything go round are so fed up with California they're leaving. And we need to do everything we can to make them stay. We need to make our businesses successful. We need to keep our law enforcement officers here instead of moving other places where they feel that it could be better for them or their families. For law enforcement here in Riverside County, we are experiencing increases in retail theft that is going up everywhere. Our numbers are not as high as other places, as the other counties surrounding us, but we still have it. Violent crime is going up all over, and it's basically the coddling of criminals, it's the soft on crime policies, and it's the notion that they are victims of society. Criminals are victims of society, and law enforcement is somehow the enemy. And we need to get away from that. Here, I'm a little bit lucky that I don't have to deal with that too much. But the common things that are happening right now across the country, the biggest deal is the border, the problems that we have with the border, the complete openness of the border, and not knowing who is coming into the country. Not that I want to be selfish for Riverside County, but we are really a hub of the people coming into this country from our southern border because it is a funnel from the 10, the 5, the freeways coming from San Diego and from Imperial County. We are a hub. Riverside County, they all meet, and this is where the majority of them come. The good thing is we know that probably only 5% or less are staying. They're going other places. So we are not experiencing horrible problems like some other places are, but we certainly are experiencing the crime element that comes with it. Our drug seizures are record drug seizures. We've never seized this many drugs in our history. The human trafficking element of people being smuggled into the country to work in illegal marijuana grows, to work in illegal activity or gang activity is real. The human trafficking for sex trade is astronomical, and we are experiencing all of those. Just recently, our department seized what is probably going to be the most single seizure methamphetamine arrest and seizure in the history of the U.S. And we had got over 4,000 pounds of methamphetamine. The unfortunate, yes, that's good and bad. It's good that we found it, it's good that we caught it, but good grief, why are we getting that much coming in? Why are we seizing that much? Bad thing for me, it was in my neighborhood. It was up here on the hill in Lake Matthews. So it's all around us. And we know it's a direct result of the open border and how easy it is for them to smuggle. So we are doing everything we can to combat that. Our task forces of sheriffs and police that are working on not only retail things and gang things, but our human trafficking teams and our major narcotics investigations that we're all working together on to make sure that we do everything we can to keep these drugs, particularly fentanyl, out of the hands of our kids. We appreciate your support. I know there was a whole lot more that I wanted to talk about, but your businesses that keep the county going and everything else, you all need to get to work. I sincerely appreciate everything that you do for the city of Corona, for the county of Riverside. On behalf of, I was a little thrown off this morning because usually when I go talk anywhere, there's never a police chief. There's never anyone from my department. So I have coworkers and everything else. I got to be careful that I'm saying 100% accurate things because they're going to call me out. The last time I wasn't here, I know Chief Newman kind of threw a little dig at me, getting back on me for throwing a little dig at him for not being here. So that's all good. But I am happy to have my Assistant Sheriff Dave Lulliver here. His beautiful wife is part of the chamber and our business. Dave is also a lifelong resident of Corona, Lake Matthews, and he's my administrative leader for the department. He's the number 3 responsible, number 2 after me for our sheriff's department. So he's got quite a bit on his plate too. So I'm glad he needs to get back to work too. I appreciate everything that you all do. I appreciate you asking me to come out and speak to you. And I hope that the only thing that I can ask you is please, please, please get involved in this election cycle. We have several big elections that, and I'm telling you, the peripherals, the things that we argue about, the things that don't matter are not what is destroying this state. Public safety and business issues are what are destroying this state. And the elections that we have coming up in November in Riverside County are extremely important, and there are several that are extremely important and could be detrimental, and you need to please get involved. We have a Senate race that you could be voting on here, that you need to vote for the right person. I don't want to drop names, but a person that we don't want to elect to represent us. Denise said don't say names and everything else, but it rhymes with Cervantes. Please vote for public safety. If someone does not make public safety a priority, we should not be voting for them. And I'm not talking about union people that want to give law enforcement more money. That's great. If you want to give me a raise, that's great. If you don't, I really don't care because I didn't get into it for the money. I got into public safety because I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to fight crime. I wanted to protect the people that live around me and my kids and my family and everything else. You need to vote for the people that's what they want. They don't care about the money. They care about public safety. They care about laws, and they care about being tough and harsh on the criminals that have no value for our lives, for our property, for our businesses, for our homes, and for our kids. If that politician will not come out that strong and say that that's what they stand for, there is no way you should be voting for them, because that's what's making my life difficult. It's making my job difficult. That's what makes your chief's job difficult. We do everything we can, but horrible laws and horrible agendas are keeping us from protecting you like we want to. So please get involved. Please do everything that you can to get your friends involved. And I will tell you right now, the only vote that doesn't count is one that is not made. If you are not going to vote, stop complaining. We'll all be, we'll all be homeless together, I guess. Thank you all very much. And I like talking until somebody pulls me away.
Bianco. So I just wanted to say, the Corona Chamber will be 100% supportive of that committee that you're a chairman of, that I can't remember the name, that you can't remember the name. But we will email out to all of you the link for that. Paul Bitter, if you would come back on up here. Chad, would you be kind enough to stick around if people want to come up and visit with you? We are not done yet. We've got one more thing for the drawing that we have, and Paul Bitter's got some closing comments. But Chad did talk about something about Riverside County and how special. It's the trifecta, and I know I'm a little partial because of my wife, Karen, but our sheriff, and next month we have the DA. Those three people that are elected Riverside County-wide is what makes Riverside County as great as it is. Paul Bitter.
Thank you. Okay, stop moving, everybody. Just stand still for 2 minutes. Thank you. but we're going to wrap up right now. Just want to thank our sponsors. Thank you so much for allowing this meeting to happen. We're promoting next month's, we actually, following on from Sheriff Bianco, we have the District Attorney, Mike Hestrin, so it's a good tag team. And then I just wanted to announce that our sponsor DFI has a door prize, and it's my pleasure to pull out, and the door prize is brunch for 2 at Luna Modern Mexican Restaurant. Woo! Oh, it's Binman, USA, Rick Inman. Are you here, Rick? Yay! Congratulations. Okay. I just want to give a quick shout out. Peppermint Ridge, we love Peppermint Ridge, right? And what they do. They're having their annual 65th gala celebration on April the 13th right here at Eagle Glen. It's going to be a fabulous event. Please visit them at their booth. Anybody know that it's Women's History Month? Yeah, apart from St. Patrick's Day, yada yada. Okay, so it's Women's History Month, and our supervisor Spiegel founded Women's Leadership Conference 14 years ago. We have our conference on August the 8th. Visit the booth. And then I also have been asked by special request to announce that Bobby Spiegel will be the Grand Marshal for the Cinco de Mayo Parade, which is coming back after many years of COVID, on May the 4th. Be with you here in City of Corona. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for staying in your seats. Appreciate you. We love you. Bye.